see who's best once and for all! Hero
All right.
Class 1B.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife Montana. And this is Waddles and this is Hogarth and this is Rue over here.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 5, Episode 3 of My Hero Academia, Clash! Class A versus Class B. All right.
What do you make of that title?
A showdown, maybe like another school competition where Class A and Class B are battling it out.
If you're excited for this episode of My Hero Academia, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below and check out the Patreon link in the description below to support us as creators and see these episodes early in their extended full-length forms. Alright, are we excited for episode 3 of season 5 of My Hero?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
What could be going on here?
Yeah.
Dear foolish little brother, why do you resist me?
That voice, I'll never forget it. All for one.
I will give you everything you want if you agree to join me. You have my word. Choice to those without power. Mercy to those who have sinned. You've stopped eating again. You're disintegrating into nothing.
Brother, I refuse to become the man you want me to be.
Reality doesn't follow stock plots. I believe it's time you finally bend to my cause. I'll rewrite your story as well.
So this is when he gave him the power stockpiling quirk, and
Yes.
it combined with his pass-on quirk to become one for all.
Conglomerate.
Utilize it. You will join me.
Please, brother! You're the ninth wielder, right? I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more, but you're barely using 20% of the power yet. Be careful.
Barely
We're
20?
long past
Yep.
the singularity point.
Singularity
Okay,
point.
yeah. What is that?
Don't be afraid. You are not alone.
They've showed this scene a good 4 times.
Yeah.
After that dream, I couldn't go back to sleep.
Midoriya, what was that sound? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, nothing to see here. Everything is, fine, I promise.
His sleep outfit isn't very on
Jill,
brand.
why such a ruckus? Perhaps you haven't had enough cheese.
That's probably it. Sorry for waking you up.
Even though it was a dream, I remember it vividly. The moment our hands touched, it was over. In that last instant, I saw the predecessors reaching out to
They
me.
all look so different.
Yeah, these are all the one for all
Wow.
predecessors. The vestiges.
You witnessed the memories.
I wonder if All Might has
the
met any of the
original.
vestiges.
We'll
It
see.
seems like no,
Mostly
based on
because
that
All for One was a part
reaction.
of the dream too. You've seen them, right? When you were younger? You saw the spirits of those who wielded our quirk?
Yeah, I saw them. I learned from my master, my predecessor, that is, about the existence of vestiges. That's why I even know how the power functions. I witnessed its history.
The memory stopped after the first wielder was given the quirk. Then he spoke to me about how I'm only using 20%. And something he called the singularity. He was looking right at me.
When I first saw them during the sports festival, you said they were like ghosts that didn't have intentions, but I think they wanted something from me.
He spoke with the first wielder.
Wow.
I didn't experience it like you did, and you know everything my master told
He
me.
never did.
Based on what I know, this phenomenon has only happened to you.
Nah,
That's very
what you saw
cool.
wasn't
Yep.
a dream. It was the vestiges.
But Master, what does that mean? Do you know?
Young All Might.
One for All has had many users, and now they're stored within it. They each had their own goals in life. Heroes that they wanted to become. Feelings are what fuel power, Toshinori. That's just the way the world works. The emotions of those who cultivated One for All are woven into the ability itself. At least that's what I think.
Sounds like something out of the occult.
More like hopeful thinking. If the battle for justice leads to my death, maybe we'll meet each other again inside of One for All. Like I said.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hopeful.
All Might... You still with me?
So you accidentally powered up and that woke you. Were you hurt?
No, I'm good.
I'm happy to hear that. I wish I had more answers, but right now the only thing I can say is that I don't know what happened to you last night. And what about the singularity?
There's a rumor about something like that. The Quirk Singularity Doomsday Theory or whatever.
Remember this?
Mix and evolve as
Yeah.
they pass down through generations. Kids end up
Okay.
a combination of their parents. The theory goes that this will lead to stronger, more complex powers someday. Extraordinary abilities that nobody will be able to control. Which makes some sense.
It's still unclear if you were the cause of this event or if something external was at play. Do you remember anything else? The smallest detail could be helpful.
Let me think. There were two figures I couldn't make out. Oh, and you were kind of a glowy blur. Maybe it's because you're still relatively new and alive? You think that's how it works?
Oh, so the new ones aren't
Sorry,
fully
kid.
formed. I thought the old ones
Your
were the...
guess is as good as mine, and
I thought the ones that like weren't fully formed and were kind of like, how would you even describe, just like shapes kind of? I thought those were the oldest ones.
I mean, we did
But-
see the first user.
That's true. Okay.
All Might, he's speculating looks different than the rest because he's still alive. The other two don't even look like All Might. All Might looks like
Right,
he's
he
there,
has
just
his
not all
own
the way there.
thing. Right.
what's important is that you remember One for All is your ally. We'll keep investigating this together.
Right, so we just do our best. Oh, one more thing. It's about your old master.
You know, she reminds me of my predecessor.
She does? Wait, how so?
It's the hairstyle.
Oh, sure. She was so beautiful.
I know. You've got practical training this afternoon. Better go or you'll be late.
Good call.
So All Might thought his master was beautiful too.
I'll be watching today.
What do you
too.
make? What do you make of that whole situation?
I'm interested to see how the like quirk singularity theory is gonna intersect with Deku's whole situation, because for the quirk singularity, it's the idea that like if you keep mixing powers, you're gonna get more powerful powers that people don't know what to do with. And for Deku, with the One for All collecting power quirk, it's kind of the same thing that's happening, where you're getting more and more powerful, which, I mean, good thing and a bad thing.
How is it a bad thing?
Like, it's a bad thing the same way the quirk singularity thing is a bad thing. Like, if you get to a certain point where you have so many powers and they're so powerful that they're just beyond anyone's control, that's a problem.
I'll be watching today, too. It sounds like a riot.
In a good way, or...
Of course, you two. You look like you're thick as thieves, per usual.
Oh, Aizawa! It's nothing! No special treatment or funny business.
It's not like I caught you doing something inappropriate. Calm down.
You didn't have to put it that way.
Hey, Shinso! Were you hanging out with Mr. Aizawa? I hope you're learning a lot from him.
Oh, I am. Midoriya, you should start warming up. It's going to be a busy day.
Yes, sir!
All right.
So Shinso's with Aizawa. Remember Shinso?
We're already back at it! Are you excited?
Don't you get cold like that, Hagakure?
Yeah, I'm freezing.
But you got guts.
Want my winter outfit? Isn't it like super cute?
It's lovely.
I didn't realize that the temperature had dropped so much.
Everyone's costumes have changed since we started school, haven't
Oh, wow.
they? They've adapted just as we have.
You're a champ.
Very cool.
I'm surprised you lasted through the summer and all that gear.
Kachan's is different too.
Huh? If you've got something to say, then say it to my face, nerd!
All right.
Yours!
How does it work? Do the gauntlets
Very
come
cool.
equipped with a heat generator? Since your sweat glands are used as weapons, it's a really smart modification to combat the cold. I'm impressed.
Stop praising my suit!
Yours may have changed the most out of everyone's, Midoriya. How much new stuff do you have on?
I had to upgrade because I learned some new moves. The gloves are definitely gonna come in handy. Actually, these are the 2.0 versions.
Wow, yeah, that's a
Hatsune made
lot.
adjustments to the original design that made them even stronger.
She's incredibly talented.
Remember?
Oh, right.
This,
What are you doing?
Gotcha.
wait, what did she say?
What are you doing?
Bad thoughts.
Look who we have here! Relaxed and full of yourselves as always. Obviously, you underestimate us.
There you are. We've been looking forward to this.
Is that so? I'm not sure why. There's no way you stand a chance against us in this exercise. Come on, Class A! Let's see who's best once and for all!
Hero
All
course,
right.
Class 1B. Yosutsu Awase. Sen Kaibara. Togaru Kamakiri. Shihai Kurohiro. Itsuka Kendo. Yui Kodai.
So these are just people in the other classes. Okay, or the other
A lot
classes.
of them got knocked out in the running section.
Gotcha.
So you haven't seen a lot of these.
Right.
Pony
Very
Sugatori,
fun.
Kosei Subaraba. Tetsu. Setsuna Fukage. Manga Fukudashi. Chuso Honanuki. Kojiro Bondo. Neto Monoma.
What is his face situation?
Reiko Yanagi.
I don't know.
Hiryu Rin.
You might want to take a closer look at this survey. I took it at the festival and it's enlightening. I asked what was better, Class A's pathetic attempt at being rock stars, or Class B's obviously superior play. Oh, what's this? We won by 2 votes?
No bias
You
in
guys
that
have been hogging
question.
the spotlight ever since we started school, but your standing around campus is trash.
Seriously? Did we somehow blow it at the festival, you think?
Now, finally, it's Class A versus Class B, our first joint combat training. You're finished.
Okay.
That's enough.
Stranglehold.
Today, there will be a special participant. Please try not to embarrass yourselves if at all possible.
Who's going to be joining us?
I'll murder him.
Is it a babe?
We'll do our best, whoever it is.
This person is
Same.
interested in switching to the hero track. From General Studies Class C, Hitoshi Shinso.
Okay. And
I'm
his deal
so
with
excited for you to see.
brainwashing.
Yeah, he's
Right.
the brainwashing
Yeah.
guy.
Shinso will be joining in on your training. He's hoping to be one of you, so treat him as you would any classmate.
He mentioned that before the sports festival.
Is that one of Mr. Aizawa's capture scarves?
The mask looks special too.
Welcome to the fight.
Got the same scar.
Yeah.
Brainwashed if you talk to him, Mesami.
A powerful quirk.
Wait one sec. Midoriya got brainwashed once, but he snapped out of it.
Yeah, that was honestly kind of an accident, though. Come to think
Gotta
of
have
it,
mental
the first time I
fortitude.
saw the vestiges of One for All was when I was under Shinso's control.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Was the timing
I
coincidental?
hadn't put that
Or was there a reason?
those two things together.
Yeah.
Well, Shinso, why don't you say a few words?
Your quirk is brainwashing? That's so cool! Imagine all the cool stuff you could do controlling people. Yeah, you could do any bad thing you want.
And no one would ever know it was you. Just promise you won't make us your slaves, okay?
Everyone says that.
That's
I'm
kind of fucked
Hitoshi
up.
Shinso.
Yeah.
I already faced some of you as opponents during the sports festival. But we're not friends just because we fought before. I don't subscribe to that sort of sportsmanship. We're still competing to be the best. And I'm already countless steps behind. I need to prove myself. But someone as blessed as you wouldn't understand that. You're lucky enough to have a heroic quirk. It'll be so easy for you to reach your goal. One day I will become a proper hero. Then I can use my powers to help citizens in need. All of you are hurdles I must overcome. I'm not here in search of friends. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Whoa, he's so serious.
I didn't realize Aizawa's thing was transferable.
It's that was a support item he used that essentially, because his quirk is only erasure.
Yeah.
It's basically his combat weapon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, I like this guy.
Shouldn't we be getting on with
I like this guy.
Don't do that.
This will be a battle between Class A and Class B, here at one corner of Field Gamma. You'll be grouped in teams of 4, each competing one at a time.
That sounds like fun. Hope it's a good mix.
Me too.
With Shinso, that makes 41 competitors.
Who's the mushroom
It'll
girl?
be impossible to divide the teams equally, which is why he'll be participating in 2 matches. One time with us and one time with Class A. In other words, 2 of the 5 matches will be 5 against 4. Prepare yourselves.
Okay.
That's super unfair for the smaller team.
It's probably more of a disadvantage to have the inexperienced Shinso on your side.
Oh
Larger teams will have the advantage in numbers, but also a handicap. Listen closely to the scenario. You're all hero agencies trying to capture a villainous organization. You should consider your opponents to be evil criminals. You'll win if you capture 4 competitors.
They do say villains are organized
Okay.
one of these days.
Keeping it nice and simple. Oh, we're heroes, but we're villains to the opposing team? I've lost this sort of roleplay before.
This does go against your nature.
In your team's base camp, you'll find an adorably decorated prison. Once you
Wow.
put your enemies behind bars, that will count as a
Very
capture.
cute.
Who designed that thing?
Yes.
It'd be most efficient to try and disarm our opponents and capture them near their own bases. But I doubt it'll be that easy when we get down to it.
So we gotta capture 4 losers. Is that what you meant when you said disadvantage?
Huh?
Well, your team might not be used to fighting together. And if 4 people on one of the 5-person teams are captured, that will be considered a loss.
You're making us haul around excess baggage? That's some bull crap.
Hey now, don't be mean about it.
It's fine. He makes a fair point.
Your understanding just makes us look like a bunch of jerks.
Now,
draw your lots.
Here are the matchups.
Oh, wow. Okay, perfect.
So that's team 1 versus
Okay.
this, but like, I just want you to get a chance to
Right,
see
and
the squads.
see. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so the top, they have the invisible girl
Yeah.
on top. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Okay. I think they've got a good setup.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So you'll join one team from each class.
Let's have some fun out there, man. This is gonna be awesome. Get pumped.
Tell us more details about your quirk.
I bet girls kind of dig that smirk. You rake them in, huh?
Let's win.
You're a perfect addition.
At least they're not like, wow, you're so fucked up.
Yeah.
Take a lesson from us and tune him out as much as you can.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah! Let's annihilate these egomaniacs!
Class B, Team 5. It'll be you and Shinso's first rematch since the sports festival, huh?
I still have questions about the vestiges of One for All. But right now, I can't wait to see how he fights. I wonder what new abilities he learned.
Where are you keeping that?
New pockets.
Yes.
I finally reached it. My start.
Did he have that last time?
Nope.
Teams will begin at your base
What
camp.
does
You'll
that
have 20
do?
minutes.
if there's no decisive victory within the time limit, then whoever has the most people left will be the winners.
All Might and Midnight
Okay.
are here together. Is it a date?
Stop that. Older men aren't my thing. Which class would you put the odds on?
She's so real for that.
Say. Class A has definitely gotten stronger after overcoming so many different crises. But the thing is, if you look at their grades, Class B has actually improved more than they have. It's probably because they were able to cover the curriculum since they didn't run into outside trouble. They've been getting better at a steady rate. Class A has turned disasters into strength, while Class B has taken a more traditional approach to their studies.
All right.
It's going to be interesting to see the
Yeah.
differences.
Like standard curriculum versus
Crisis.
thrown into the deep end.
Here we go. Round one.
All this metal is very interesting.
We have a pretty good idea of the other team's different abilities, but let's try to stick close together. There's safety in numbers, after all.
Asui's camouflage.
Is she? Yeah.
Look, you can still see her.
Heard, but don't
That's
you think
really
I could
cool.
just separate from you guys and let off 1,000,000 volts or something?
Yeah, but what if they knock you out with a sneak attack? No backup.
That is true. And she was.
Do you think this team will win or the other one?
I mean, I have no idea what the other team's
have
power.
her.
Right. I like her power a lot, so.
That's what you're modeled after.
I'd like to take out the most troublesome
Amazing.
Quirk first.
My dude Shinso, you get it.
It's the obvious plan.
If we're hoping to do something about Ibarra first, then they're probably thinking the same thing about Kaminari and his dangerous attacks. Also, even though he has less experience, they'll want to avoid Shinso's quirk.
I'm counting on you guys to keep me safe.
Maybe we can set things up so Kaminari and Shinso get to do their things.
Thank you, friends.
So, did they find her?
Shiozaki's
Awesome.
to our left, alone. She's using her vines to feel out her surroundings as she heads this way.
I hate to go
Wow.
after the girl all alone, but we gotta stop her, right?
Oh.
My roaring rage!
What did he say?
Meet my roaring rage.
Okay.
Good.
We knew you guys would send Coda to search for us, and we planned accordingly. Also that you would likely be most wary of Shiozaki's quirk. Using her as a decoy, I crawled through the shadows to find you. If we let your team prepare,
Smart.
then you might have been able to unleash a devastating shock attack. So we opted for a direct approach. I sniffed you out with my acute sense of smell!
Garota Shishida!
Beast.
Beast!
This nice.
Mia's like, beast.
Garota Shishida! Quirk, Beast! This feral mode drastically increases his strength, hearing, sight, and ability to sniff things out. It also causes him to go a little berserk, though.
You can't use much electricity with your friends around, can you? You don't want to shock them. I've trained my quirk and got a new move. Air prison. A solitary cell that won't allow any sound in.
That.
Take them down, Shishida.
Consider this our win already!
The monster's gonna murder me!
He's just paused.
Did you get brainwashed? It sounded like
He wasn't
Shinso
looking at him
somehow
though.
talked with my voice. What? Wait, what is that mask?
Vocal modulator. Persona chords.
I heard about his quirk from my classmates, but nobody mentioned he could copy voices. No good! He's masked!
Wouldn't zapping him break the brainwashing?
He's already been broken.
Oh, right, okay. Wait, okay, so he can make his voice sound like other people's.
So his quirk works if anybody responds to anything he says, they get brainwashed.
So
he
I see.
said, let's get him, blah, blah, and the guy went, yeah, and then...
And that was, gotcha.
So the vocal modulator, I thought you'd think that's really...
Yeah, that's, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's such a smart workaround for that quirk.
When I watched this, I was like, Montana's really gonna like this enhancement.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you're right.
Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below if you're excited to see what happens in Season 5, Episode 4. Also, check out the Patreon linked in the description below to see these episodes right now and support us as creators. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions that we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. Ashton asks, what is your opinion on Shinso's support items? A capture scarf similar to Mr. Aizawa and his vocal modulator, persona chords. What exactly do you think their uses are, and will they be enough to help him transfer into the hero course, or will he fail to match either Class A or Class B similar to the sports festival?
Yeah, I think his support items are brilliant because the only downsides, at least that I can see right now, are like distance. If someone's out of earshot, then his power doesn't work. So something that brings people in is perfect. And then if they're aware of his quirk and know that like, oh, well, you know, just don't answer him, then that's a problem. But the vocal modulator completely fixes that. I mean, I guess unless he was fighting someone one-on-one who knew his power, because then, like, I guess if someone were fighting him for like the third or fourth time, or like really like scouted or did their research, the vocal modulator wouldn't necessarily help. But in a like brand new situation like this, it's pretty perfect, I think.
Yeah, I really love his enhancements, and I'm excited for you to see him use them in this next episode.
I think he's totally going to be able to hang in there with everyone else.
You think so?
Yeah, especially with the new stuff.
Yeah, that new stuff definitely adds a lot.
Exactly.
Otherwise, he's a bit of a one-trick pony, but really opens it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to question 2. Question 2. Jinchurk87 asks, any speculation why Deku is the first to be able to communicate with the first wielder?
That's such a good question. I'm very, very curious about that. I'm wondering if maybe it comes from the fact that Deku originally didn't have a quirk. Because if I'm understanding correctly, all of the previous One for All users had a quirk and then were given One for All, like, in addition.
Except All Might.
Except All Might.
Well, I mean, that we know of.
Right, that we know of. Okay, so that kind of tanks my theory a little bit.
Don't give up on yourself, you know. Speculate away. Don't dash any theories.
Okay, fair enough. That maybe, like, since the original was coming from a place of, like, feeling inadequate and, like, really wanted to be a hero, not be a hero to have a power, if that makes sense. So maybe that connection? I don't know. I really don't know.
We're gonna have to keep watching and figure it out, but definitely a mystery.
Yeah, because, like, I want to say, like, Deku just tries harder than anyone, which, like, that's true, but it's not like All Might wasn't trying, you know? And they said he hadn't even unlocked 20% of his power, so it couldn't be, like, an effort situation. So it couldn't be, like, a strength thing. Maybe it's, like, effort? But again, I feel like that implies that all of the other users, like, didn't care as much, which I don't buy. So I think it's got to come down to having started with nothing and then really having like a strong desire to just help people in like the same way that the original did.
Who knows?
Not me, that's for fucking sure.
Let's go to our final question, kind of related to that. Katsuki Bakugoat asks, the first wielder showed Deku what happened between him and his brother at the origin of One for All, but we have already been told this story. Why do you think he showed that to him, and what outcome could it mean for Deku in his future?
I mean, there's obviously a difference between hearing something and seeing it happen in front of you, like being told something as like a secondary source versus experiencing it in person. That's going to be more powerful, both from like a character intention perspective, but also just like an audience understanding of what's going on. When we heard the story earlier and they were talking about it, I don't remember if there was mention of it being like such a control thing, but that was something that I got from this like flashback that I don't remember from just the original story, that it was like a I'm done with you not listening to me kind of thing, which is, I don't know, it's a different kind of evil. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see if we can learn more about that history, but that's where we're left for episode 3 of My Hero Academia. Are we excited for episode 4 of season 5?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.